And this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. What's up? What's happening? It's K.A. baby. Yeah, we had to talk. We had to talk. You know, my mood gonna change a little bit. We had to talk about Tory Lanez. It's been reported while he's been in jail for the whole Megan Thee Stallion situation that he was stabbed while he was in the yard. It has come out that he's been stabbed like 14 times. It's probably while I read the document, it's gonna say where he got stabbed at, but he suffered 2 collapsed lungs, and that's crazy. Now, again, I don't know if he has some beefs in there or whatever have you. A lot of people are trying to link this to the Meg situation. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to insinuate that the people try to do something to him because of the Meg situation, the Meg influence, or potentially people in the like fucking rock with Meg or Meg got some ties in there. I'm not personally going to do that, but it's still a crazy situation as well. Again, we don't even know the person who did it. I think Whack 100 said it was like somebody part of a Mexican gang. We don't know if Tory Lanez pissed off some people. We don't know exactly what went on, right? So we're going to get to the Whack side in another video. But for now, I just want to cover this. Like, it's just a fucked up situation. Now, whether or not, if you believe Tory Lanez, well, he did, in a sense, what's it called? He fired at Megan Thee Stallion. Was it intentional to harm her and take her off this earth? I'm not going to say that. But you could say he fired in her vicinity. So, yes, fair. But, again, whether you feel like he's guilty or is innocent, it is a thing. Now, again, I'm not sitting here saying Meg is scot-free. She is a victim. Meg's stories and this whole bullshit was some fuckery. I don't give a fuck. Not all of the story. But some of the bullshit I'm like, big dog. Like, yeah, y'all doing a madness. Don't even get me started on the whole Kelsey situation. I still don't like how that Kelsey situation played off in court. That shit made no sense to me. But besides all that, man, niggas is moving on with their life. They still kind of intertwined at this point. They'll forever be intertwined because this situation happened. But, like, yeah, this nigga, like, well, in a sense, he's trying to move on, but this nigga is, like, in a sense, I think Shanti's, like, we're heralding him as, like, a victim or like a prophet because he's in jail. Well, I don't know why I said prophet, sorry. Excuse my verbiage, but even still, like, him being in jail and doing this music and always speaking on her. But it is his story, it is part of his life. And my nigga in jail, like, as much as you could go on IG and look at big booty bitches, like, ain't much. He talk about his experiences. And like I said, with his witness and how his witness switch sides like the last day of the trial, there was some foul play there. I don't give a fuck what happened. There was some bullshit over there. Again, I'm not going to say Meg is like squeaky clean. I'm not going to say that. But again, she still is a victim. She's trying to move on. I will say, like, her doing the little restraining order against them makes no sense. Like, I'm just like, yeah, there are certain antics or aspects Meg was doing. I'm like, babes, yeah, the fuck is this? But besides all that, right? And this is not a rain on Meg's parade type of time. We ain't here to do that. It's just a crazy situation. Regardless if you think he's innocent or not, nobody deserves to get stabbed. Nobody should go through that. 2 collapsed lungs, as well as, bro, he's doing his time, and when he gets out, bro. It is what it is. And honestly, bro, it's the music. And like, bro, if Chris Brown, and he shouted out Chris Brown for holding him down, like, could survive his situation, a lot of niggas can. Let's keep it a buck. And we see now Chris Brown they're starting to give him some accolades again. Like, he just won the Grammy. He's been nominated for a couple BET awards, so we'll see what the fuck happens with that. I get it, 2 different situations, but even still, one had a weapon involved. But even still, like, eventually now we looking at Briss like, or the Academy or the awards are like, you know what? Like, you know what I'm saying? So hey, it is what it is. Tory Lanez was stabbed earlier today at a California Correction Institute, and we have more details of his harrowing injuries. So Tory Lanez was stabbed by an inmate in the California Correctional Facility. Initial reports suggested he was in critical condition, but his injuries were not life-threatening. However, new information has been revealed via Tory Lanez's Instagram account. Clearly, the injuries are a whole lot worse than the initial reports led us to believe. As you can read in the Instagram post below, Tory was stabbed 14 times. This includes 7 stabs in the back, 4 in the torso, 2 in the back of the head. Is crazy. Back of the head. Oh, my nigga. And 1 to the side of the face. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Subsequently, he had 2 of his lungs collapse. That's insane, my nigga. Subsequently, Lanez had to be put on a breathing machine. However, he's now breathing on his own, and he's even able to speak. Regardless, there are very harrowing injuries, and incidents turned out to be quite severe. That's crazy to me. Despite being in pain, he's talking normally, in good spirits, and deeply thankful to God that he's pulling through. He also wants to thank everybody for their continued praise and support. Hey, prayers for Tory, man. I don't wish that on niggas, bro. Regardless of what he did, bro, I don't want a nigga to go out like that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. When the news broke, many were in complete and utter state of shock. Just days ago, the artist had posted some photos of himself where he appeared to have a new and buffer physique. Additionally, the artist had been promising his fans new music and fight despite his incarceration. Lanez has continued to make music and entertain his fans. Now, however, he will likely be out of commission as he looks to recover from these injuries. At this time, it remains unclear why this incident happened and what the motives were of the perpetrator. Although these latest details from Lanez's people just goes to show that this was a very serious event. Only time will tell whether or not Lanez will go back to the same prison or be they might transfer him. I wouldn't be surprised after this situation. They could potentially transfer him. They could. I don't know where you would transfer him, but they might. Moreover, it is unclear how long the artist will have to stay in the hospital, given the injuries probably a while. We will certainly bring new details as soon as they become available. Hey, man. Hey, prayers to Tory. Hopefully he recover quickly, man. Like I said, bro, I don't wish these on people. It's just crazy. If we look at Tory Lanez through a retrospective, like what, like was it like 2014? My nigga was bubbling, you know, we didn't really know who he was, but you would hear the music and you're like, oh, this dude is talented. You really hope he blows up, to the point he really blew up, did his thing. And, you know, niggas was making the jokes, but he blew up to the point where I feel like during the pandemic, like 2018, 2019, really doing this thing and holding his own to 2020, especially with the quarantine radio, he just shot up to a new atmosphere, was going crazy. And then the whole Meg situation happened and all this other shit. But to be fair, even during that time, we were waiting for the trial to happen. He was dropping some quality music. Quality. I know there was like a stain or disdain for him because of that shit. I was still listening to the albums. There was some good ass music shit. I listened to fucking what was it, Peterson. Yo, there's so much shit I have to do a review on. I be lacking. I can't believe I did not do a Tory Lanez album review. That is crazy. That is so crazy. I gotta get back on my album review bag, bro. There was that 1 week where like 5 albums dropped out. See, I was doing it and I'm just like, yeah, bro. I really gotta start listening to more albums and shit. Yeah, but then Key Glock coming though. I'll promise y'all that. Key Glock is coming. And then, yeah, yeah. Key Glock is coming. Yeah. The other albums, I ain't spinning back. I'm sorry. I listened to majority, but I ain't spinning back. I'm sorry. I might do Dro Kenji stuff because I did finish that. So we'll see. But yeah, we'll see. But enough about that. We'll talk about Tory, but it's a serious situation. My prayers to him. I hope he pulls through. Again, this is not no bias situation because, again, just because I'm one of the people who, again, when it first came out, I just didn't go straight to, oh, he did that shit, he guilty. Yeah, man. I don't wish that on nobody, bro. I don't wish death on nobody. He got kids, like, one day kids, like, regardless of the situation, he does get out in, like, what, 10 years projected, you know, especially he had time served and whatever, so it'll be like, what, 7, 8 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I do want his kids to have a dad in their life. You know what I'm saying? So, but what do y'all think about this situation? Comments down below, links in the description. Hey, prayers for Tory, but it's for your friendly neighborhood K.A. sign out for today. You heard me, I'm gone. Shalom, zone, peace, y'all, gang.